What's happening, y'all? It's your boy, Let Us Pray. I hope you're having a blessed and a prosperous day. I am back with Falcons Therapy, where Falcon fans can come together and talk about falcony things, but where everybody's welcome. Um, Thank y'all for tuning in. We plan to be here for a little bit, man. We're just chilling. Definitely gonna talk about yesterday, talk about Christmas. It was a wild day for me. Um, but let's get into this prayer real quick. Uh, Lord, we thank you, we praise you, all things. Each and everybody that comes in this stream, we ask that you will bless them abundantly. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, man. Um, got Soul Shiesty in here. What's up, man? Um, Yesterday, let's talk about it, man. I had some great games yesterday to watch. We had the Chiefs versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I gotta say, I definitely got that one wrong, man. The Steelers got their butts whooped again. This time by Patrick Mahomes and company on Netflix, which was kind of it was different to watch football on Netflix, man. In the chat, let me know, how did you like watching the NFL on Netflix? Give me a 1 in the chat if you liked it. Give me a 2 in the chat if you didn't like it. 1 in the chat if you like football on Netflix. 2 if you didn't. Let's see. Had the Chiefs and the Ravens. Yeah, man. I mean, I said it at the beginning of the game. I would never bet against Patrick Mahomes, and really, that's the reason why. Oh, you didn't watch it on Netflix? Okay. I watched the game on Netflix. I watched both games on Netflix. I thought it was pretty cool. It was definitely different. Um, just with the advertising and the commercials the way it was. But yeah, they may be on to something new. There's definitely a lot of action going on. It wasn't just NFL. There was a lot of NBA as well. Several games yesterday in the NBA. The highlight game, I think, of the day for most people was the Lakers versus the Warriors. And your boy was in the building at Chase Center, San Francisco. I kind of knew that I might be able to go, but I was trying to keep it a surprise from you guys. But if you saw a couple of the streams, yes, I was in the building. And I had a blast. Had a blast on Christmas. Um, Being able to watch two great players of all time go head to head, Steph Curry and LeBron James. And honestly, they really didn't disappoint. LeBron had his moments, and Steph definitely had his moments. Just came down to really the free throws. And could somebody else help Steph Curry on the Warriors? And the answer was no. Steph was trying to do it all by himself, pretty much. Didn't get much help from his teammates. Almost scored 40 points, but they lost by 2 on a last second layup by Austin Reeves. After Steph Curry had tied the game up with that had to be like a 25-foot 3-point shot. Beautiful play that Steve Kerr drew up out of a timeout to tie the game. And Andrew Wiggins gets beat by Austin Reeves for a layup. How do you give up a layup? Come on, man. At least foul the guy. Like, don't even get me started. But yeah, Lakers win by 2 on Christmas Day. But like I said, it was full of excitement. I was sitting right next to a diehard Lakers fan that I know. And it was, we were both screaming with joy and both screaming in anger throughout that game. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. It was really fun to go there. Had a chance to get a All-Star weekend shirt. The All-Star game will be here. We'll be in the Bay Area this year, this season, in February. So they were pre-selling some shirts. So I was able to snag one last night, and I snagged this. I'm kind of in the bobblehead, so I snagged this Jonathan Kuminga collector's bobblehead. um, since I was there yesterday to add to my collection. I got a Steph and Clay, I got a Kevon Looney, and I have an Andrew Wiggins. So, yeah, I'm just trying to collect as many as I can. Something fun for me. Um, Nothing like super serious, but add to my collection. So, Jonathan Kaminga, welcome to my bobblehead collection. So yeah, we had a good time. We definitely left early. It was pretty good ride up there. Got in the arena probably like an hour before game time, and then I documented that when I was in the arena, and got a shrimp basket personally made for me without salt on the fries, and sat down and enjoyed the game. But as far as football goes, so that was basketball. As far as football goes, man, Kansas City Chiefs look like they're ready for the playoffs. Kansas City Chiefs look like they're ready for the playoffs, man. They came out and took control of that game. It really wasn't that close. I mean, it was kind of close in the first half. I think the turning point in that game was there was a rush by Jalen Warren, the Pittsburgh Steelers running back. It got called back by a holding call. In the next play, Russell Wilson throws an interception. To me, after that, it was game over. Chiefs took control of the rest of that game. No Chris Jones, by the way, best D tackle in the league. So the Kansas City Chiefs defense stepped up in a big way to stop the Steelers. But yeah, Warren has to be featured in that backfield. He looked really explosive. He was making the right cuts. He was getting chunks of yardage every time he touched the ball. And your boy Harris was he just looking slow and methodical out there. Just a plodding type of runner who's just gonna kind of see one hole and just like get as many yards as he can. Not seeing the vision from him. I think Mike Tomlin, he clearly sees that Warren needs to be featured more, because I think he even started the last game. But I think he feels some sort of allegiance to Harris. But I think Warren needs to be getting at least like a 70% share of those carries in that backfield in order for that Steelers offense to really pop. That's just my opinion, but yeah, I think Warren is the better running back at this point in his career. So Steelers lose 3 in a row. That's 3 losses in a row for the Steelers. So now the Ravens have a chance to win the AFC North division with the Steelers losing 3 in a row. They lost to the Eagles, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. So that's 3 big losses in a row. We will see what happens going forward. Only got only got 1 game left. So it's gonna be pretty crazy actually to see how this season ends up. We got a lot of playoff scenarios in these last couple weeks. All these games are important. I don't know that I've seen a year where everybody is so bunched together in certain divisions. So it's going to be really important last 2 weeks in the NFL. Ravens dominated the Texans. Ravens were all over them, man. And yeah, 2 games left for everybody who hasn't played yet. So the Ravens already played their game, so they only have 1 game left. Chiefs only have 1 game left. Everybody who played yesterday basically only has 1 game left. And then what is up with the Texans? They lost Tank Dell. I understand he's was a crucial piece to that offense, but they looked horrible yesterday. They just looked like they were overmatched. Like they didn't even show up for Christmas. like they thought they were at home. I just don't know what the and they were playing a home game, and that's the saddest part, man. That's funny. That's funny. You go, kid. Uh, yeah, I think that the Texans. I'm not sure what's going on with that offense. I definitely know that the offensive line has let CJ Stroud down. This guy is constantly under siege when he's dropping back to pass, so they need to focus on that O line in the offseason for sure because they have a franchise quarterback. It's a guy who's really talented, but if he doesn't feel comfortable behind his line, you know, any quarterback's going to struggle that doesn't feel comfortable behind his line. So let's see what we got here. So yeah, Ravens defeated the Texans 31-2. I almost picked up the Baltimore defense right before that game, and I was like, I don't want all my players to play because I had Derrick Henry and I had Lamar Jackson already playing, and I had Rashad Bateman, who I should have left on the bench because he didn't do anything yesterday. Got me like 1 point. And I was like, man, that's too many Ravens. But I should have listened. I should have listened. That Raven defense had 18 points yesterday. They didn't even give up a point. The only score that the Texans had was on defense. They scored 2 points on a safety, tackling Derrick Henry in the backfield. I thought it was really interesting that the Texans said, hey, we're just going to let Derrick Henry beat us. We're going to let Derrick Henry run the ball. And I'm like, what? What kind of strategy is that, man? No one wants to let Derrick Henry run the ball. And he was getting chunks and chunks of yards immediately. So it was really interesting to watch their defensive philosophy. And their coach is a defensive coach, and I just can't see that being the philosophy there is to let Derrick Henry run all over us and see if he can beat us. Because it ended up being Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson running all over you and beating you instead of one guy. So for me, that was just a horrible strategy. That was D'Amico Ryans. If you came up with that, man, come on, man. Got to do better than that. Got to tighten up, D'Amico. Got to tighten up, man. Lamar got me 29 points in my fantasy yesterday. Henry got me 23 points yesterday. Like I said, Bateman got me 1.7. I picked up the Chargers defense to play against New England. New England, kind of one of those teams that has a rookie quarterback. So I thought that might be a good matchup for me. And then, Travis Kelce had a big day yesterday for sure for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm really not comfortable with my tight end starting this week, but kind of it is what it is. I got Zach Ertz starting against our Atlanta Falcons. I was considering getting Smart from the Chargers. He's been playing more and more, but Hayden Hurst came back from injury, so I think that's going to limit his touches now and his plays. Teddy Bridgewater was signed by the Detroit Lions. Saw that this morning on NFL.com, NFL app. And yeah, Teddy Bridgewater has been signed by the Detroit Lions. That's kind of interesting. Um, Teddy Bridgewater's been out of football for a while. He's actually been coaching high school in Florida, and his team just won the state championship, state title in Florida. So yeah, Teddy Bridgewater doing some big things locally in his neighborhood, helping out the kids, which I respect wholeheartedly. Being a PE teacher myself, and yeah, then him getting called back up to the NFL after you win the state title. That's amazing. That's like a storybook. You don't ever see that happening in real life. So shout out to Teddy Bridgewater, man. He's back in the NFL as a backup quarterback for the Detroit Lions. So let's see here. See what we got in this chat here. Biggest stories. Atlanta Falcons Sunday Night Football. Yeah, it's gonna be a big game on Sunday. We all know what that means. If we win, we are in. If we win, we are in. Plain and simple. If we can find a way to beat the Washington Commanders Sunday night, we are in the playoffs. Plain and simple. And Zach Robinson, whatever you honestly been keeping in that file on that thumb drive, on that laptop, that tablet, them plays you've been holding on to, those plays, bring them out on Sunday night. Bring them out on Sunday night. Coach Heem, please help Jimmy Lake out. Sunday night, we need the defense to show up on Sunday night. It's gonna be a test. It's gonna be a test, though. I'm not scared. I'm not worried, but it is gonna be a test. Jaden Daniels, the Terry McLaurin. They got some explosive players over there. So we're gonna have to be on our P's and Q's. So I'm really not worried about Lattimore. If anything, he's going to get some penalties because he loves to be penalized, and he loves to start fights with Drake London. I mean, so if we knock him out of the game, if he knocks himself out of the game, fighting and going this one-on-one battle that he's had with Drake London for the past few years, honestly, that's a win for us. I think we are better off. Say him and London get into a fisticuffs or whatever, and both of them get kicked out of the game. I think the Falcons win that because Lattimore is brought in to be their number one corner. London, yes, he's a great target, but we still got Mooney. We still got Ray McLeod. Bijan is the focus of our offense. So I think that would hurt Washington way more than it would hurt us. So yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, a lot of guys aren't practicing on Wednesday this time of year. So, getting that extra rest. A lot of guys are banged up. A lot of guys are going to be limited on Thursdays and be full participants on Friday or Saturday, depending when their game is. So that's pretty common around the league right now. Limiting guys or, having DNPs for rest. Just wise. You got to preserve your body. But what was the best game yesterday? What was your favorite game yesterday? That is our topic for today. What was your favorite Christmas Day game? Was it an NFL game? Was it Chiefs versus Steelers? Was it Ravens versus Texans? Or was one of the NBA games your favorite game yesterday? Lakers versus you can only pick one though. You can only pick one. What game would you choose? The NBA or the NFL? What game are you choosing? And we got Thursday night football tonight. We got Seahawks against the Rams, I think. So that's a divisional game, really important game for that division. Rams have a chance to win it with the win tonight. Rams, Seahawks, got Geno Smith. Oh no, I'm sorry. Not the Rams. They play the Rams next week. It's Bears. Bears, yeah. My bad. That's next week. Next week. Seahawks, Bears. The Bears have been getting whooped, to say the least. Bears have been getting their butts whooped lately. I got a good friend that's a Bears fan. He said he ain't even watching the game. Actually, the game's tonight. That was on Sunday, but got Bears. He said he ain't watching because they ain't making a playoffs, and they just really upsetting him right now. So, Bears fans have left the building, y'all. They're not even supporting their team anymore. They're not even watching the game. All right, so Shiesty got Lakers, man. He said the Lakers and the Warriors game was the best game of the night. I gotta agree. The Ravens game was one-sided. The Chiefs game was pretty one-sided in the second half. I didn't really watch any of the other games. I know they had Knicks and who was that? Knicks and Spurs. That was a pretty good game, but I just watched the highlights later. Wembanyama showed, it kind of showed out in Madison Square Garden. That's what you're supposed to do as a superstar. Miles Bridges had a really good game, over 40 points as well. Then the Mavericks game was pretty good, but they fell short. That comeback attempt fell short against the Timberwolves. And Warriors Lakers really good, man. I was hoping it was going to overtime. I was screaming for overtime after Steph hit that three. But Austin Reeves makes a good play after LeBron gets doubled. Couldn't get the ball. And the game after that was Suns and Nuggets. So I didn't watch that at all because I was still out and about and kind of hanging out with the homies for a little bit after the game, and then got home late. So that was I think Warriors Lakers definitely took best game of the day on Christmas. I don't even think it's a question. Like I say, Steph Curry versus LeBron, that's a box office matchup that you won't be able to see for much longer. Maybe a couple more years. That's all we have left of Steph versus LeBron. That's it. Couple more years. These guys are not going to play forever. They're going to be done pretty soon, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to enjoy these great players, these Hall of Fame talents while we have them, because they will not be playing for very much longer. It was just a great atmosphere in there yesterday. But like I said, unfortunately, Steph Curry, it's not getting the help that he needs, which on the national and global stage, kind of put some urgency on the Warriors to get somebody in there to help him win another championship, if that's the goal of the front office. So, that was on full display yesterday. You saw Steph had to do everything. He had to do everything in that second half, in that fourth quarter. Warriors were really struggling to score the ball without him. They got guys like Jonathan Kuminga, who they're looking to step up. Brandon Pajinski. They just made a trade for Dennis Schroeder. Those guys are supposed to be key pieces along with Andrew Wiggins, but Andrew Wiggins is up and down, up and down, up and down. So just don't know how Golden State is going to go about getting Steph that help that he needs. I would like to see GP2, Gary Payton II. I would like to see him playing more. Definitely would like to see Draymond Green with a more efficient offensive performance. He shot a lot of threes, and I think he only made one. Turnovers as well. I'd like to see him limiting turnovers and taking his open shots and making them for the Warriors to be successful. Also, I think guys like Kyle Anderson should be in there. I think he's a really good player that should be in that rotation over somebody like who else was in that game? I'm not saying take somebody out, but I'm saying he could take some minutes. He could take some minutes from a guy like he could take some of Draymond's minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, put him in there, man. He's a big guy. He's long, you know. They have a similar skill set. Not great shooters, but Kyle Anderson, he's like a glue guy. And I think he definitely helps. And he's a very mature presence on that court. He's not erratic. He's not moving at like a rapid pace like Draymond. You always see Draymond. He's always in a rush. You know, Kyle Anderson is like, chill, bro. That's why they call him slow-mo. Chill, bro. So I like his game, and I think he needs more minutes. I would like to see young glove, Gary Payton II, get more minutes. He's a defensive presence out there. He can get some of Pajinski's minutes. If I were to be talking to Steve Kerr eye to eye, face to face right now, Steve Kerr, yeah, give Gary Payton some more minutes, man. And at some point, I would like to see the big man. We drafted a big man, 7-footer. He's supposed to be a shooter. I don't know what his defense is like as far as like being able to guard pick and rolls and being able to protect the rim, but I want to see him. I've seen some of his highlights in the G League, and he's had some pretty good games in the G League. So why just bring him up and sit him on the bench? Get him in there. Let him play. He can have some of Looney's minutes. Let the big man get his feet wet. Get his feet wet out there. He would stretch the floor. He can shoot. He was a shooter in college, and I saw him in preseason. He can make shots. So I don't know if Kerr is trying to hold him for the second half of the season or what, trying to coach him up. But, I say let the big man give him some run. Give him some run. Don't let him get rust on the bench. Give him some run. So Jalen Hurts still in concussion protocol. Yes, that was a interesting turn to Sunday's festivities. Eagles quarterback went down with a concussion, and then the backup quarterback actually stayed in the game, but he had a rib injury that they diagnosed after the game. And I believe the quarterback was Kenny Pickett, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Kenny Pickett? All right. So it says Kenny Pickett was seen throwing at practice today. Jalen Hurts missed practice again. So it seems pretty likely that Kenny Pickett will be your starting quarterback for the Eagles against the Cowboys on Sunday. So if you're in your fantasy football league, you're in your fantasy football playoffs, you might want to scoop up Kenny Pickett if you think you need help at quarterback. GA Texas boy, say what it do. Let us pray. And Falcon family, man. What's up, GA Texas boy? Hope you had a Merry Christmas with you and the Queen, you and the family, man. Hope all is well. So, Shiesty, yeah, I think everybody's ready for that big game Sunday. I know I'm going to try to keep it pretty low key. Try not to get too hyped up. Trying to keep it, I'm like an iceberg, okay? Every now and then you see me like burst out with emotion, but I'm like an iceberg. Everything is under the surface here, okay? Under the surface. Calm demeanor, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have fun, laugh, talk. But I am really excited. I just am not showing it outwardly, but I'm really excited about this game Sunday night. GA Texas boy, Sayed. Oh man, I was starting to like you, GA Texas boy, but yeah. You got tonight, Bears and Seahawks. I'm gonna have to take the Seahawks because they're actually playing for something. The Bears aren't. Caleb Williams kind of been all over the place, man. And I don't think the Bears have beaten a team with a winning record all season long. So I'm gonna take the Seahawks over the Bears for sure. GA Texas boy said his Lakers handled business last night. I don't know if you saw, but I was at the game. GA Texas boy was at that game. I didn't stream during the game because I just got caught up in the moment. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the moment, man. I didn't want to be worried about like streaming and all that type of stuff because the game was really exciting. So, but I streamed before the game. I streamed before the game when I got there to the arena and everything. So yeah, had a great time. It was definitely a roller coaster of emotions for both Lakers and Warriors fans. There were quite a few Laker fans there, though. I will say that. They left happy, Warriors fans left shaking our heads just like this. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Just to be in the building on a Christmas Day game, that was awesome. It was an awesome experience. So, oh man, but that's all right, man. Playing, man, you got some memories, man. That's all it's about is making memories. Playing a lot of TikTok games yesterday. Kids be cheating. Yeah, kids be cheating. They be cheating. I try to play games with them after school, when I'm sometimes every now and then at recess, I'm like, what, let me get out here and show them, some they playing, something simple like Foursquare. Like, y'all cheating. This is not how you play Foursquare. What are y'all doing? Gotta show y'all. Kids always be trying to change the rules, man. But it's a good time. It's a good time. I'm glad you enjoyed the fam, man. I'm glad you enjoyed the family. Definitely looking forward to tonight's game. I probably will stream tonight unless something else pops up. I know one of my homies was talking about getting together for what is that? What is that called? Top Golf. He has a gift card for Top Golf, so we were talking about his mom and inviting a few family members and some friends to go out to Top Golf either tonight or tomorrow. So I might be doing that, but I think that's tomorrow. More leaning towards tomorrow. So yeah, man, looking forward to it. Get out there and swing the club a little bit. Speaking of golf, I didn't really cover this on my streams, but Charlie Woods, Tiger Woods' son, got a hole-in-one over the weekend while playing in a tournament with his dad. His dad is one of the greatest golfers to ever pick up a golf club, Tiger Woods. And imagine how amazing that was for Charlie Woods, the son of a great golfer, Tiger Woods, to get his first hole-in-one playing with his dad on TV, televised. That's just amazing, man. So shout out to Charlie Woods, man. That's a great Christmas present for the both of them. I'm sure Tiger Woods just so proud of seeing his son out there, um, just having fun with him playing golf. So that's a great moment for the Woods family. Um, yeah, we're gonna turn the page to Sunday tomorrow, but right now we're gonna focus on just hope you're enjoying your Christmas. We're gonna enjoy tonight's game. Probably gonna just take a nap in a little bit, lay down, take a nap, and chill, get up, eat some lunch. Um, got a lot of leftovers. Everybody should have leftovers today, so really shouldn't need to go out and do much. I went out and got my car detailed today because I had glitter and stuff all over my trunk and back seat because I had Christmas bags I delivered the other day at a assisted living, like nursing home type of deal, from a local um, uh, community organization. So yeah, I just wanted to get that cleaned up. So I got my car detailed real nice. Got it back, bounced it back on the inside, and get feeling good. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. I enjoyed the stream. Thank y'all so much for coming through. Everybody that came through. GA Texas boy, always a pleasure, brother. So Shiesty, appreciate you, bro. Definitely looking forward to the game. Looking forward to the game tonight. I'll be streaming. If I don't, I'll send out a message on the community post. But otherwise, come through, come back, and enjoy the game with me. All right, y'all. Tell those that you love them while you can. Glad everybody had a safe and a truly wonderful Christmas day. So Shiesty said he was playing Madden yesterday and enjoying his abundance of presents. Said it was cold. But that's Christmas, man. That is Christmas. That's all part of Christmas. That cold chill when you wake up in the morning, but the warmth of the love from your family and your friends to keep you warm. So be blessed, everybody. I'll see y'all this evening. Seahawks, Bears. Peace. And I'm out. Yay.